Hey y'all, it's it's Tahana, and I'm here with my first YouTube video. This not going to be a fun, funny, or entertaining video. It's about something very important, and it's a real touchy subject for some, most. Um, I'm just going to tell y'all my story and my struggle with depression. Because I know a lot of teenagers and, people in their young 20s like me struggle with depression and anxiety and don't know how to deal with it, or don't have the support from their family or friends. But I'm just here to tell my story to let you know that you're not alone, and I'm going through the same thing, and you could talk to me if you like later on, maybe later today. If I'm feeling good, maybe later today I'll make an email to where you guys could talk to me, about your problems. Just to vent, if you want me to listen, I'll listen. If you want some advice, I will give it to you. Just so you guys have somebody to talk to. But, yeah, so about 2 years ago is when I found out I had depression. Um, a close friend of mine had, I'm not even gonna say passed away or got killed, because that's like something that you say when somebody get into a car accident or something, like, oh, they got killed. He didn't get killed, he got murdered. Someone took his life away from him. And I never grieved properly from that, because my brother was just turning to the streets. Like, he wanted to be in the streets so bad. My mom and my dad was trying to keep him out of that and stuff. And so, they just, I don't know, they were against, like, the whole thing. Like, I couldn't even go to his candlelight in peace, but that's just parents doing their job. Like, they want to protect their kids and stuff. But I never properly grieved from that situation because of that. And um yeah, so I still had the pain from that, and then like a lot of emotional family stuff that I never spoke on, um or whatever the case may be, because I'm not a confrontational person. So like, I don't speak on a lot of stuff because I feel like it's gonna start an argument or it's gonna start a fight or something. So I don't say stuff. But yeah, so I was talking to my sister about it because I didn't know. I just know I used to cry a lot. Like, I used to be sad. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to do anything. Like, I just wanted to sleep all day. I didn't want to eat. You know, it was just a lot of stuff. So I told my sister, like, I'm sad a lot. I don't know what's going on. She put me on game because she go through the same thing. So, she was just telling me or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And I had a doctor's appointment, and like, when you don't go in a long time, they give you like this little sheet to fill out, circle stuff and all that. So they said, it was a little comment section. It was like, your worries. So I put anxiety and depression. And when they get in there, they ask you a series of questions to see like if you're really depressed and stuff. So they was asking me a lot of questions or whatever. So I answered them truthfully. And when they were done asking me questions, they were like, you are showing signs of depression. So there was like, what do you want to do about that? And I told them, like, off the back, I told them, like, I don't want to be on nobody's medication, because I don't want to feel like myself. And then like, when you get used to taking something and then you miss a day, you might have a withdrawal. Like, you might get super sad, or you might want to kill yourself or something. Like, I don't have time to be going through that. So I told them, like, I don't want to be on medication. Like, I feel like therapy will help me. So they assigned me a therapist or whatever. So I went down there, did my little intake, started going to therapy. I was doing good. So I had a job, and at this job I was working from 8 at night till 4:40, almost 5 o'clock in the morning. So when I would get home, it would be late, and I would be so tired. I would miss my appointments the next day. Well, the same day, because it's already morning time. And I would miss my appointments because, like, I'm tired, and I overslept. So a lot of times I used to reschedule. But, like, even with me rescheduling, I still miss my appointments. And so I missed a lot of my appointments. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start rescheduling. Like, I'm doing good. I probably don't need this no more. So I stopped going, and which wasn't a good thing. And a few things happened to me over that time span, and I tried to kill myself. I took a half a bottle of ibuprofen and like a little bit over, like I would say like 3/4 a bottle of NyQuil, and I was just like telling all my friends and well, not my family, well, yeah, because I told my sister, like my friends, my family, and my boyfriend, like I was just telling them, like I love them or whatever. And so my boyfriend was blowing up my phone, like, call me, answer the phone before you do something dumb. And I'm like, it's too late, like I already did something dumb. And then he was like, what did you do? And I told him. And then, he took me to the hospital. And then I was in the waiting room. Like, you don't understand, like, how crazy it sounds until you have, like, he made me tell the lady at the front desk what the fuck I tried to do. Like, she was like, okay, why are you here? He was like, I was just standing there. I'm like, okay, he gonna tell him. And then he like, go ahead, tell her. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I tried to commit suicide. And they're like, okay, how? And then it's just like, it's awkward to tell somebody that, like it's real. Like, oh, I tried to kill myself. Yeah, I did this, and that to try to kill myself. Like, it's just weird. But so we went to the hospital, and we was in a waiting room waiting. Not the waiting room, like the little, y'all know what it is. Anyway, we was in there, and the pills hitting me, like everything hitting me at this point. The NyQuil, I'm just sitting there like trying to stay awake. He nudging me like, bro, keep your eyes open and stuff. So like, okay. So they finally admit me, and I was in there. So the doctor came to see me, and he said, like I think that night they had to take me to the ICU because he said that the pills mixed with the NyQuil was messing with my liver, so I was in danger of liver failure, and I had low potassium, and it was just crazy. So I was in the ICU for like a day and a half, and then 2 more days I was there. So on my 4th day I left because the 3rd day I'm like, okay, my 72-hour hold was up. But on the 4th day I stayed in the hospital to see what they was going to do. So it was early in the morning, and like one of the nurses that I was cool with, like she had came in there. She was working that day, and I told her like, have you talked to the doctor? Like I need to know something, because if not, I'm gone. Like I need an AMA. So she was telling me like, okay, like we're gonna send you here, but they don't know what time, like when the bed get open or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not finna sit up in here. Like it was hot in there. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you sick, dead, or dying, do not go to Gardena Memorial. The worst hospital you could go to, in my experience. I don't know, some other people might have some good things to say about it. I personally don't. It's a hospital. Why is it hot? Second of all, how you not keeping the patients up to par on what's going on with them? Like, how you not gonna tell me what's going on with me? So it was just a whole mess. So I'm like, I'm finna call my mom, because she know about this more than me. She done had a few hospital visits, and they done been playing with her, and she don't be having it. My mama's the real deal. Like, she not playing with nobody. She don't give a fuck. So so I had called my mom. I'm like, hey, mama, my 72 hours is up. That's another thing. If you try to commit suicide, they're going to have you on a 72-hour hold. No ifs, ands, or buts. You can't AMA out of a 72-hour hold. You stuck for 3 days. They just got to monitor, make sure you're not trying to kill yourself. Make sure you're not a harm to yourself or others. Like, it's a mandatory 3 days. So I called my mom. I'm like, my 72 hours is up. I'm like, they ain't here playing with me. They not telling me what's going on. Like, what can I do? She was like, well, you can AMA out. That's against medical advice, if you didn't know. Yeah, she like, you can AMA out if they not, telling you anything. Like, your hold is already up. They can't hold you or whatever. So that's what I did. So I AMA'd out, and me doing that, I never got the proper help that I needed, and it was just like those problems, and then, new problems had came. So it was like problems on top of problems, and I wasn't talking to nobody about it. I wasn't dealing with it in a healthy way. I would just feel some type of way, and like I would suppress that, and then feel some type of way about something else, suppress that. Like I would just hold a lot of my feelings in, and it took a downturn fall from there. Like, everything just went down the hill from there. And so a couple months later, I never went back to therapy or nothing. So after that, I thought I was cool. Like, okay, I'm cool, you know. So I'm back home. I'm cool. So a lot of stuff happened. Family stuff happened. Relationship stuff happened. So the second time, like, on top of family stuff, me and my boyfriend had got into it. And the second time is recently. They both times was recent, but the first time was 4 months ago in May, I believe. Yeah, I think it was in May. And then the second time was September. It was either the 16th or the 18th. So yeah, so that morning, like, it was a lot of stuff on my mind already. And then that morning, me and my boyfriend had got into it, like, bad. Like, we ain't never got into it like that ever. And we got into it real bad. And I was just like, fuck this. Like, I'm tired, like, I'm tired of feeling pain. I'm tired of people, making me feel some type of way. So I'm like, I wouldn't have to feel nothing if I wasn't here. So I did the same thing. Took this time it was a whole bottle, like 200 milligram type bottle. Every pill was 200 milligrams. And that bottle was filled to the top. I took the whole bottle. And what else did I take? I took a handful of sleeping pills. And so I'm in the shower, crying my eyes out. Like, head to my knees, sitting down in the shower, crying my eyes out. And, like, for a long time, like, I was just sitting there staring at the wall, like. And I got out the shower. I'm like, just moving slow, And then, so my boyfriend knocked on my room door. He come in the room. He like, get dressed. I'm like, for what? Like, where are we going? He like, we going to the hospital. I'm like, no, we not. And then he like, bro, yes, we are. He said, you got 3 minutes to get dressed. If you not dressed, we going in whatever you got on. So y'all know me. I ain't finna go nowhere half naked, butt naked. None of that. I need all my clothes on, please. So, I have my slides on. I put on some, like, tights. They was like workout pants type material. And, I put on a bra with a little zip up hoodie. I didn't put no shirt on. And so, yeah, so he like, come on, let's go. So we walk into the car or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, how we gonna go somewhere? I don't got my ID or my insurance card. He like, hold on, bro, I'm gonna be back. He said, stay in the car. Y'all know me. Some of y'all know me, but I'm not staying nowhere. Like, I don't even want to go. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, he think I'm gonna stay in this car. So as soon as he turned the corner right there, I hop out the car. So I'm walking. So it's this Mexican dude right there. He watched the whole thing go down. Like, he was right there when he told me to get in the car and everything. And so while I'm getting out the car, like, me and him is making eye contact. Like, I'm looking at him. I'm like, yeah. And, like, I'm looking at him in his soul. Like, yeah, nigga, you better not snitch. So I'm walking away or whatever. So I walk away. And then I go hide in the laundry room or whatever. So I'm in there for like a good 5-8 minutes. So I'm like, they ain't gonna find me in here. So I'm walking around thinking I'm good. So I'm walking around and I see him drive past. Like, he driving around the parking lot, like, seeing if he could see me or whatever. So I see him drive past. I thought he saw me. So I'm like, shit. So this where I fucked up at. I turned around. I walked the other way. And here he come. Come here. I must have took off running, but I'm like, you know what? Them hills was, they was getting to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even finna run. Like, I jogged like 5 steps and I stopped. And he like, you not faster than me, bro. Come on. So I'm like, all right. So we get in the car. He take me to the hospital. I don't remember nothing after that. I just remember throwing up and then them transferring me. Like, I was just in the hospital throwing up bad. They gave me something. They gave me medicine for that, but I threw that up. So they had to put a IV in my arm and stuff. And then at like 7 o'clock, the ambulance came to transfer me to a psychiatric facility. I don't want y'all to think, it's not a bad thing. It's not just for crazy people. It's for people with substance abuse problems, like alcohol, it was people in there for cocaine, meth, people like me in there for depression and stuff. So it's not just for crazy people, like the ones that be talking to themselves, rocking in the corner and stuff. It's not for just people like that. So don't think that, or don't think it's a bad thing to go there. Because I learned a lot from being there. I really did. The place I was at is called Aurora Charter Oak. It's really good. Like, if you having problems or you think that you're on the verge of, committing suicide, it's better to go in there voluntarily than involuntarily. Because involuntarily, they could keep you up to 2 weeks. So it's better to, do it yourself. Like, it's in West Covina, I believe. Yeah, it is. It's called Aurora Charter Oak again. But that's a really good place. I learned a lot in there. By the third day, I was ready to go. I'm like, man, my 72 hours is up. I'm gonna be out of here. Psych, I was in there for 8 days before I left. Like, cause they so on my third day, they had gave me the paper that said that my doctor was trying to put me on a 2-week hold, which is 14 days. So I'm like, okay, so before that can happen, you have to see a judge, and they have to rule whether they think you could go home or not, like whether they think you're a danger to yourself or others, or if you learned anything or anything like that. So my time came. I saw the judge. So they was telling him, everything. Ooh, excuse me. They was telling him all, the doctor's notes and the nurse's notes and stuff like that. And the judge ruled that I am a danger to myself. When he said that, my little heart broke. I'm like, boy, I can't be in here for no damn 14 days. Because I'm on day, 6? It was either day 6 or 7. And, I just couldn't do it. Like, I'm claustrophobic. I need to be free. Like, I need to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I can't, like, I'm claustrophobic. I can't be, and confined to one area, because all we got is a damn long ass hallway, and then it's you go outside to the patio on smoke break. That's it. Like, that's all the area we got, and then you can't walk. Ain't nowhere for you to walk. You gotta walk up and down the damn hallway like some crazy people. Like, so I was like, no, I'm claustrophobic. I can't do this. Like, I need to be outside. Like, in my room, I used to just look outside and look at the trees, like, just moving back and forth. Like, bro, I wish I could be out there. And so it just wasn't good for me. Like, my anxiety got really bad. Like, my hands shake a little bit still now. Like, even though I'm out the hospital and shit. And yeah, so I had to see a judge. They ruled that I was a danger to myself. So they tried to hold me for 2 weeks. And then the lady that was defending me, she was saying, like, you could either accept it, and go along with the treatment, or you could ask for another hearing, or you could just, whatever, and ask for another hearing any other time. I'm like, I need another hearing. So the nurse told my doctor or whatever. So he was like, the next day, he was going to release me. So that day, when I got through seeing the judge and stuff, I went in my room and I was crying my eyes out in the bathroom. Like, I really was. Like, I couldn't do it. I'm like, I learned what I need to learn. I'm claustrophobic. I can't be in here. My hands is shaking. I feel worried all the time. Like, my anxiety is bad. And so I'm crying my eyes out. So I guess my roommate had came in there. She heard me. So she was to go get the nurse. And the nurse came in there like, Tahana, trying to talk to me and stuff. I'm like, girl, I don't want to talk to you, And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, can you get up off the floor? I'm like, no. So I'm just sitting there crying. And then she was like, oh, the doctor said, she was like, I told the doctor that you wanted another hearing, and he said that he might release you tomorrow. She was like, does that help? I'm like, no, like, bitch, it's too late. Like, I'm already crying. Ain't no guarantee. I don't know. You feel me? I don't know nothing. So I'm just crying. And then she was like, you just need a minute. And I'm like, yeah. So she got a little face towel. She wet it. She gave it to me, and then she left. I'm like, I'm like, whoo, Jesus. So, I got out of there, and I've been doing good. Like, I've been doing great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I still have my moments. Like, I don't get depressed, but I do have my moments where I think a lot. I just sit there, I think a lot, and I just be like, damn, or I feel some type of way. But I don't go to the extent where, like, oh, this never gonna happen, or this never gonna happen. I'm gonna always be sad. I'm gonna always be this. I'm gonna always be that. It don't get to that extent because I know how to handle it now. That place is really good, and it taught me a lot on how to manage my emotions, like, in a healthy way. Especially my anger, because I tend to be angry a lot. If you are an angry person or you got anger problems, I think that's a good thing for you to do. Go to the place. It's not good for you to have anger problems. But you know, it just taught me a lot of, you know, management skills and stuff. So I won't, you know, try to do this no more. And I made, you know, I made a promise to two people. It was this older lady in there, and she struggles with depression and anxiety too. And she was saying, like, she was in there voluntarily. Like, she said she was in her bed for like a whole 2 weeks. You know, she didn't want to go to school. She didn't want to do nothing. And she was like, you know, she got tired of feeling like that, so she came to the place or whatever. And she said, promise me that you won't keep, when you get out of here, that you won't keep doing the same thing that got you in here. And I made a promise to her, and I don't break my promises. I made a promise to her, and I made a promise to a very important person in my life. You know, we going through something right now, but you know, that don't change how I feel about him. But I made a promise to my boyfriend that I would not do this anymore, because not only is it taking a toll on myself, but it's taking a toll on him, because I know that he really cares about me, you know, and he don't want to see nothing happen to me. And you know, that's what I'm scared of. Like, what if one day, like, I do this off of, you know, spare the moment type thing, and life is not something that you could get back, you know. And I just be thinking, like, okay, if I do this and I do die, like, then what? Because it's nothing after that. After you die, you die. Like, you can't come back, you know. So that's something that I was thinking about in there too. Like, if I actually succeed, then what? You know, because I accomplished what I wanted to do. Like, I set out to kill myself, and I killed myself. Now what? You know, and I'm not going to heaven because suicide is a sin. And, you know, so I'm just doing everything in my power to stay better. But I just wanted to tell y'all my story. Not too much detail, because we gonna need like we gonna need a movie clip for me to tell y'all my from beginning to end. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that, you know, you're not alone. I'm with you. I go through the same thing you go through. You might not be able to tell all the time, you know, because I look happy, or I'm smiling, or I'm laughing, you know, but that's just to keep me, you know, to keep me happy, or to make it seem like I'm happy. Because I don't want people, like, I don't like when people see me down, like, okay, like, what's wrong with you? Or, I don't like sympathy. Like, I'm a sympathetic person. Like, I give you sympathy. Like, I feel like I'm honestly, like, an emotional person, so I feel for people. But I don't like sympathy. So, you know, but you can, like, I just wanted to let all you guys know that struggling with this, that you can and you will overcome. All you have to do is fight. You got to make a choice right now. If you gonna fight depression and anxiety, or you gonna let it beat you. Because it's all up here. You just got to change the way you think. That's it. You just got to change the way you think and the way you handle things, and you will become so much better. But like I said in the beginning, I'm going to try to set up an email sometime this week. If you guys want to talk to me, or just let your feelings out, or whatever the case may be. Y'all know my Instagram. If you don't, well, I have two now, because I'm probably going to delete my first one. But my first one is __ Thickyhanna. It's ThiccYHANNA. My second one is 3 underscores and the same thing. But yeah, that's my story. Peace be with you guys. I wish you guys love and blessings and healing. That's my story, and I'm out.